So hi, one of the Good Noise Podcast here with the Stayawakes. We're gonna ask them some questions today. I'm gonna start. So what inspired you guys to start the band, and what does the band name mean?
We started the band because we're really good friends. We just enjoy hanging out. So friendship came first for this band.
Okay.
Stayawakes is our way of referencing 80s horror movies. So I'm a big fan of the 80s slasher horror movies from most from the US, Sleepaway Camp, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, all that stuff. So I wanted a name that reflected that, really.
Okay, that's really cool. I like that a lot. So congrats on your newest release, Pop Dreams. How do you feel about the response to that album so far?
Yeah, it's been mainly positive. Yeah, we're really happy with it. So I don't think there's been any negative press so far. So yeah, all good. Just a case now of trying to get as many people to hear it as possible. So that's kind of our main objective, really. Is try and get some ears on it.
All right.
Yeah, it was really good. Shane and I both listened to it actually, and I really enjoyed it. I don't know.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't say anything bad about it during our podcast, so typically that's a good sign. Typically I'm an asshole.
Right. That's right. You're in perfect company.
Yep. I guess so. So can you tell me a little bit about your writing process for this album?
Okay. So we're both songwriters. Jimmy and I are both songwriters. So yeah. Jimmy, do you want to kick it off?
Yeah, so like it normally comes down to sort of me or Rixie having an idea, whether it be like some chords, some words, or the basic outline of a song, and then we take it to the practice room and flesh it out, and normally turns into a completely different beast by the end of the session. So sort of standard practice. I think that's how a lot of bands sort of work these days. But yeah.
Okay.
Sort of
we'll have an idea for a song. Sorry, Jim, go on, man.
Yeah, it's just saying we normally start off with a seed from either me or Andrew, and then normally gets ripped apart, restructured, and everyone's input, really. So.
Okay, very collaborative.
For sure. And we'll bring an idea to the practice rehearsal room, and we'll get a pretty good idea fairly quickly whether people are into it. And we're all quite open and honest about what we like and what we don't like. So it's some things get left on the shelf, and then so this album is kind of it's probably like 2 years worth of writing for myself. Yeah, and so bought some songs, and the guys were really into them. So we recorded the ones that everyone was super excited about, really.
Okay.
Solid. Speaking of this album apparently taking 2 years to make, which song took the longest to write, and which one is your guys' personal favorite?
Okay, so one of the songs that we just put out as a single called Please Steve, Just Drive is it's actually a really old song that came about when we had an old band called Day of the Fight, which is like an emo core band back in the early 2000s. And that song was written at the end of that band. I just had it in the locker, really, for almost like 10 years. Never played it to anyone, just because it was kind of a personal song. And one day I just thought, right, I'm gonna play this song to the guys and see what they think. And Jimmy, I think you were like first off to sort of say you've really enjoyed it and loved the chorus. So that probably took the longest, maybe 10 years to write that song. And that's the one that means the most for me, really, because it is really personal about a time when we were growing up, playing in bands, touring around in a van, having fun. So that's what that song's about, really.
What's your favorite off the record?
To be fair, I don't think it actually takes us too long to write them. It's the process of sort of trying to record them and get them out and finish them is the issue. The actual writing doesn't take too long, but obviously this past couple of years have been a bit tricky, what with everything that's going on, so it sort of slowed down the process a lot. So although it's sort of been 2 years in the making, it's probably not as slow as it sounds or looks on paper.
Okay.
But yeah.
Sounds good.
Great.
So where was your headspace at while you're writing this?
Oh, just to make it as immediate as possible, really. I think just to try and get some big choruses in there, some big loud guitars, some pounding drums, and just to try and make it sort of every song just sort of try and hit you a bit, I think was the sort of mission statement on this one.
Okay. So wrote people in from the beginning and like keep them interested throughout the entire record was kind of where you guys were at.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. And you know, hopefully we've done it to a degree.
I think you did.
But yeah, it's just sort of, oh, that's great. So it's kind of like half an hour long as well. So it's just like that's, you know, that burst of, you know, attack, as it were.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. So while going through the album, what band or artist influences pop out the most to you guys, if any?
We just put like a playlist together, Spotify playlist, which maybe we can share on your page, of songs that influenced the album. And there's a real diverse mix. For me, I chose some US bands like the Methadones. Also, Jimmy, remind me who we had on there. Methadones, we had All.
Yeah. Teenage Fan Club, Weezer, just any sort of those sort of power pop bands, really, just real melodic. Sort of that's what we're sort of going for, you know, standard.
Silver Sun from the UK.
Oh, no.
Yeah, vocally they were really important to us. I'm not sure, they're probably not very big out in the US or Canada, but
Haven't heard of them.
They're not even that very big, very big in England actually. Apart from sort of they were from the mid 90s, and like the sort of vocal arrangement on those records is insane, and it's something that me and Rixie sort of always came together and just going, we're never going to do it, but let's sort of try and take some pointers from what they're doing, you know, in terms of laying up the harmonies and things like that. So
yeah, really sadly, James Broad, the singer from Silver Sun, passed away. And it's really super sad. He was about 50 years old, so you know, no age at all, really, which was really, really sad. And we knew that the record had a lot of that influence. So it's I think for me and Jimmy, it's kind of there's a bit of a tribute in there. We haven't made it, you know, officially we haven't said it's, you know, dedicated the album to anybody, but I think James's sort of influence and sound is definitely within this record. And if we can do anything, you know, to get people to listen to that band and listen to James's music, then we would have done something worthwhile, I think.
Yeah, immensely talented for the whole band, but just we saw them live. They did a reunion show quite recently, and just they're not one of those bands where it's just like all on record. They pulled it off live, and you're just like, this is insane that what I heard on the record they're recreating. You know, just it's mind blowing. But yeah, so anyone that's listening, check out Silver Sun from the UK. My favorite track's probably Lava. Have you got a favorite track, Rixie? Was he frozen? Or is
gonna go for There Goes Summer.
Okay.
Nice.
So this question should be like super, super quick. Off the top of your head, I want you to describe this album for new listeners in 3 words, no more, no less. Both of you have to do it.
3 words, sorry.
Yeah.
A super fuzzy explosion. That's more than 3, isn't it?
No,
That
super
works.
fuzzy
Fine.
explosion. That's 3.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. Cheers.
Heartbreaking rock.
Heartbreaking rock. That's good. That's good. Wow, that's being fast. So while going through the album, is there a certain feeling?
Heartbreaking rock.
Is there a certain feeling or emotion you want this album to invoke in your listeners?
Well, sort of the main thing we want them to invoke is to play it again, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
I think it's a good driving record.
Yeah, and just like driving.
Right.
Yeah, rocking out in your bedroom music. You know,
Ooh,
just like in front of the mirror, singing along.
Yeah.
Tennis racket for the guitar. You know, like maybe a cricket bat for the bass guitar, and two sticks of celery for the drums.
Oh,
yeah. So you have to go to
now.
your kitchen for that one.
Yeah.
Unless I don't know if people in England have celery sticks in their bedroom. I know in the US we don't.
Yeah.
So where
you're
do you
missing a trick?
Oh, definitely.
So where do you guys see the band in the next 5 years?
Probably doing a similar thing to what we do now, just writing songs and trying to release records and trying to get people to listen to it. As simple as that. Yeah, we're under no sort of illusions really but you know, it's mainly for us. We hang out. It's a good excuse. I mean, some people play squash on a Thursday night. We go to band practice and have a few beers and write some songs. So as long as we can do that, I think we're going to be happy.
Totally. We just signed to a new label called Engineer Records, and we've chatted to them, and they want to work with us on some more releases. So hopefully putting out some more albums and stuff with them, putting out some more vinyl, and we really want to tour. So we've toured a lot in the UK, and personally, I'm itching to get to places like Japan, come over to the US, and we've met a lot of people on this. By putting out records, we've met a lot of people over in the US. So we would love to come over and play. If we can make it happen in the next 5 years, love to do it. Love to play something like the Fest, or
Yeah.
Really I'd love to play in Canada, actually.
Ooh, Canada.
I mean, once the world opens up, it's all fair game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's hope so. Sure. Yeah.
Hopefully.
It's been a bit of a weird year for us, not being able to play shows. So because that was kind of like our mainstay. So it's been good in a way because we got to focus on the record a lot more than probably we would have. But doing other things like videos and sort of other sort of live performances rather than just sort of gigs in venues. So trying to adapt. But yeah, I think we're all gagging to get out on the road.
Definitely.
For sure.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So for the last couple questions, we're actually going to shift away from music, if that's okay with you guys.
Sure.
Of course.
Sick. So we're going to go straight to death row.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Wow.
That's
veggie
a
burger.
great question.
Veggie burger, some chips, fries.
Mm.
What can I have? Last drink.
Mm-hmm.
I can be like a Highland whiskey, like a single malt whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For sure.
Nice.
I'm a carnivore, unfortunately, so I'd probably have a ribeye steak, medium rare.
Ooh, yeah.
And I don't know. Drink wise, I'm thinking I was thinking sort of a Cote de Rhone, but I think something maybe a bit jazzier. Maybe some sort of layered drink, so sort of Midori at the bottom. And then you layer some orange juice with some peach schnapps, then some cranberry juice with maybe some sort of apple vodka on the top layer, and then a sort of umbrella and a slice of orange.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll have one of those instead of.
I'm like,
Okay.
going out
please.
fancy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, served in a Perspex see-through coconut, so you can see the layers.
But you can keep the steak. Just to drink.
yeah.
Just a drink. Okay. Going out fancy over there, Jimmy.
Wow.
So if you could live in one fiction world for a week, where would you live?
What one fiction world did you say?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a reference that will translate that isn't too English. I was going to. Are you aware of a sitcom called Neighbours out there? It's an Australian sitcom. An Australian soap.
No.
Set in Australia? Mm-mm. Okay. Well, this is going to mean absolutely nothing to you, but it's in this cul-de-sac, and it's about all the families that live on the cul-de-sac. It's been going since like the mid-80s. It's Australian. And I would move to Ramsay Street in a heartbeat, probably number 32.
Oh, yeah. All right. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. No, sounds good.
Many people will.
I respect it.
We've given you a lot to research.
Giving us all sorts of stuff.
Go back to 1979, the movie The Warriors, and one of the gang movie where they're trying to get back to Coney Island. I'd just go back there and just meet all the crazy New York gangs of the late 70s. I think I'd love it there, especially with all the cool soundtrack going on and all the crazy costumes.
Solid. So I have the honor of asking the last question. Every single person we've spoken to has actually said it is the most important question. What is your favorite color?
Blue for me.
Blue.
Although, in my old job, I used to wear a lot of grey shirts, and everyone used to take the mickey because I'd always have a grey shirt. And everyone was like, "Is grey like your favourite colour?" I'm actually wearing a grey hoodie now, so this. And I'm like, no, just because I wear the shirts doesn't mean it's my favourite colour. I really like blue, and they're like, "Why don't you wear blue shirts?" And I'm like, I just don't want to wear a blue shirt. I like the grey ones, but it's not my favourite. So blue, yeah,
blue,
not grey. Some people, keep telling me it is.
Yeah, exactly. It's blue. Exactly.
It's bloody blue. Blue.
Okay, a neon pink.
Ooh,
solid.
That's a good one.
The neon colors are overlooked.
Yep.
They need more love.
Mm-hmm. By the way, our new record is out on neon pink vinyl.
Yo.
Pre-order now.
I think it's due next month, isn't it? So get those pre-orders in. But if you don't like how it sounds, you might like the way it looks. So buy one for that.
You might have to eat that record. It might look really good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this actually leads in perfectly to my segue. As Glory said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you would like to plug on top of the vinyl?
Just generally the album. If anybody's got a spare moment, they want to check out 11 pop gems, check out Pop Dreamz with a Z by the Stayawakes. Please, be great. You'll enjoy it, trust me.
You will. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got lots of really fun videos on YouTube, and there's going to be more coming. So you find us on YouTube, the Stayawakes. Subscribe away, and we'll keep you entertained if you're locked down anywhere in the world.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, thank you for listening. This, guys, has been the Stayawakes and Really Good Noise podcast.